Okay, well, this morning I spent the morning down south in an Air Force base.
So freaking loud! Holy cow!
Now I am about to interview probably the best DJ in Israel. Talk about a very diversified vlog episode. So, I'm trying to figure out where to start, because your story, honestly, I don't think I've ever heard a story like this. Like what have you not done? Okay, first of all, what's your name? Give me your 30-second elevator pitch. Who is DJ Rafi?
All right, so Raphi Nathan is the name. Born in South Africa, and I live in Jerusalem. I'm married, and I have twins, boy and a girl. I have a DJ company with 8 DJs. I have a wedding band called Extaza. I do Amazon selling, and I also have a crazy YouTube channel.
You know, it'd be easier to just tell me what you don't do. But I just want to say one thing. You said you're from South Africa, and I'm sure my viewers are like, why doesn't he have an accent?
Right. So I'll explain. Basically, I'm a South African chameleon, and I know it's very confusing for people, but it depends on who I speak to. So if I'm speaking to a British person, and I'm going to London, and I want to have a cup of tea, I will do that. My grandfather's from Scotland. He's from Glasgow, so I can speak in a Scottish accent as well.
Crazy, man.
But it's not on purpose, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I'm married to an American, so.
Okay, so, you know, we connected on Facebook. Neither one of us know how we connected, but that's irrelevant. He did my daughter's bat mitzvah last week, 2 weeks ago, or whatever, and people cannot stop talking about it. I'm telling you the honest truth, people cannot stop, but in general the bat mitzvah, but specifically the DJ. You killed it. You absolutely killed it.
Thank you.
Okay, now the truth is, I've heard about you. I know I heard your amazing, but I didn't know your story till about half an hour ago when you told me the story. So I'm just trying to figure out where to start, because we're talking reality TV shows, we're talking about traveling around the world, we're talking about building a DJ and beatboxing and breakdancing empire. But I don't even know where to start. Give me, let's sum up the entire hour-long conversation in 5 minutes. Give me your story.
I'm going to really try and do this. So when I was younger, I had to find my passion, and I knew that it was music because my family has that background.
Oh, you guys all sing?
We're all dancers. We're all dancers. We also do sing, but we're dancers. And I decided that I'm going to be a drummer. And for me to remember how to drum, because back then drums were very, very expensive, I would try and remember the rhythms from my teacher through my mouth. And I would go through and do some beatbox, and I'd be like, and this guy was like, wait, this is how you can remember all the drums, all the beats.
Wild. And
long story short, a few years later, I became Israel's national champion in beatboxing. So I think we should get a short demonstration.
Sure, hit it. But just play, it's people. That's wild, dude.
Hillel Fuld. Yeah.
Dude, absolutely insane. Actually, I don't even understand how you just did that. That's wild. Okay,
so that's right. So then I got into DJing when I was 16. I had a bit of a hard time in school. I was bullied quite a bit. At 16, I'm like, I want to become a dancer. I found another passion. Took that to the next level. Won 2 national competitions in Israel. Flew all over the world. Yeah, breakdancing. Flew all over the world. No, it's impossible. I can
Dude, it's crazy. National champion, both beatboxing and breakdancing.
And that was really a lot of fun. And I represented Israel, which was really, really such an honor. And then I got into DJing, started taking that to the next level, got invited to DJ all over Europe, which was really, really awesome, more in the hip-hop kind of world, which is I'm not connected to the Jewish world at all.
Right.
Still kept my Jewish identity.
You are observant.
I'm a religious, Latino me, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then from that, I went to the army, and just as soon as I joined the army, I had a group called Keep Alive, which I founded with a couple of friends of mine, and I built this a cappella group, started beatboxing with them. While I was doing that, I was in another group called Vocal People. Vocal People are like an off-Broadway show, and they do beatboxing, and I was supposed to be their main actor, and I had a problem with my teeth, and that didn't work out.
From the beatboxing, though.
From the beatboxing, yeah. And I had a huge operation, and it was quite painful, and I could not beatbox for a long time, for a good few months, even a year. And they said to me that they want me to perform with them all over the world. But they said if I perform on Shabbat, then I'm in. If not, I'm out. And I said, fine, I'm out. And I just went with Keep Alive, full force. We got to the X Factor.
Yeah,
which is
by the way,
fun.
you're the second person that I'm interviewing in about 2 weeks that compromised their entire career for Shabbat. You know what the first one was?
Oh, easy.
BD Deutsch.
BD Deutsch. Wow.
You know that is the marathon runner. Yeah. Okay, go on.
So yeah, I've sabotaged my career several times for Shabbat, but I will still do that till today, every day, no problem.
By the way, I haven't said this on the vlog. I told you, but when I work with Google as a developer expert, and they had this huge summit on Shabbos, and they told me to come into California, and the whole thing's on Shabbos. And by the way, in theory, I didn't even have to break Shabbos. It's just it's a conference. I'm just talking to people. I'm not doing anything.
Right.
And I was like, there's no way I'm going to a conference on Shabbos. So you lose some opportunities, but
it's a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
So I went on to X Factor. We got a standing ovation for my group Keep Alive, and I was like, I'm going to take this passion that I enjoy so much. I'm not going to let anyone dictate how I'm going to perform, when I'm going to perform, and how and what. And we did it, and we performed in every single hotel in Israel for like years. Me and my wife, we would join them. Keep Alive, and it was absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
I went to the army, as I said. I built, slowly with the time, a small DJ company, which I did bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. And my first bat mitzvah was, I went there as a DJ. And I'll just say that I had two guys that really believed in me, which I think I should mention, which is Michael Gordon and Jason Glick. They really believed in me. They gave me money and somewhat of an investment to start the DJ company. And I did my first bat mitzvah. The crowd was dancing, but they didn't know like the dance moves to like Baruch HaGever or something. And I'm like, why aren't you guys doing the dance moves? So I would literally like DJ and then run down into the crowd, do the Baruch HaGever, and then be like, oh, someone's gonna swap a song. And then I would go back, DJ, come back down. That became my signature.
That's what you're known for. Meaning, again,
right.
Bat mitzvah last week, but in general, like you work the crowd like amazingly. Like you get everyone engaged, everyone. Again, I think there's a lot of overlap. I'm more in the digital and virtual space. You're in the real life space, but that's what I do with my.
You should swap. Like you should become a dancer, and I should become a tech guy.
I try, I try to engage my audience through my writing. You do it in real life. It's unbelievable.
Thank you. So yeah, so that became the signature, and then I slowly got more and more gigs, and I duplicated my DJs because I had a certain formula that worked, and I could teach it easily to talented people that knew music and knew how to dance, and that's how that became. And now we have 8 DJs, and then we've been growing.
COVID hit.
COVID hit. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. I don't know many people that got hit so hard by COVID, because most people were just like, all right,
just work from home.
Yeah, I'm just gonna work from home. Right. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna babysit my twins forever. This is my new job. Like, all right, Shaila and Levi, yeah, I'm the new stay-home dad.
But I'm saying, to give you credit here, you decided, okay, well, I could either lay down and forget my life and just give up, or I could reinvent myself.
So I can tell you that I definitely suffered from a bit of anxiety for the first month, like a lot of people, but I was like, you know what, I don't have a job. Like, it's not that I don't have a job, my business is like done.
Right.
Because who knows for how long this is gonna go for. And long story short, I was like, all right, I have 2 options. Or then I'm gonna go, just give up and wait for this whole thing to happen, to finish.
Yeah.
And then by then, who knows what's gonna happen. All right? Or that I can try and reinvent myself. And that forced me to go out of my shell, out of my comfort zone. And I think that's so important to say, is that I really left my comfort zone. Like, people say that, but I actually did.
Life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
There you go, 100%. I believe in that so much.
Right.
And I left my comfort zone, and I started doing things that I would never do. Like, I started doing Amazon, started manufacturing in China. I never did that. I don't know how to do that, but I started and I made it happen. And today we have 2,000 units selling on Amazon, and it's absolutely incredible. But with that, I did the YouTube channel, which I want to talk about, and that's something that, again, I never had many followers ever. Like, I had some followers and whatever, a small crowd, but I was never one of those guys that had a big following.
Right.
I always wanted that, just because I think I have a great story and I can influence a younger crowd and also an older crowd, but I never had that opportunity, and I
made the opportunity.
I made the opportunity, but the way that I did that, and I think that's the interesting point, is that people are stuck at home. They're underground. They're sad. The world is finished. It's so terrible. How can I get to them? Because when I'm with the live crowd, I can do that. But how do I get to their couches? How can I get them? How can I get a person on the other side of the world to start moving, to get up off their couch and start moving?
Right.
It's a very hard thing to do. But I know that I could do that live. So how do I do that? So I created a YouTube video where I'm doing the cha-cha slide dance, which the Fuld family are very, very keen at. They love doing that. They're awesome at the cha-cha slide. So I invented that concept of dancing. I wouldn't say dance tutorials, but showing how simple it is, that anyone can dance. I uploaded it to YouTube, and guess how many views it got after 2 months? 300 views.
They're gonna be like 3 million.
300 views after 2 months. I'm like, what? I was sure this was gonna happen. So I'm like, all right, let's keep on going. So I do another video, follow the leader, do another video, Macarena, still 300 views each video. I'm like, and 300 subscribers. This is not working, and I have a vision. So, not the moral, but what I realized that you need, it's not enough to be creative. You need creative vision, hard work, and consistency.
Music to my ears, my friend.
3 things, right? Remember that. And I was like, yalla, let's keep on working harder. Let's make the effects harder. Let's put in more money into the videos. And I didn't have a lot of money then, but my wife was like, listen, I said to her, listen, I need a bit of money. For these videos, they cost a ton. She's like, Raphi, I believe in you from day one. You have it.
So nice.
Go. And when your wife says that you can go and do something,
do it.
You do it. You're just like, yes. It's like,
I just want to say one thing. Again, your story's unbelievable. It really is, and you can go on for an hour about it because you've done an incredible amount of things. But I just want to say one thing to those watching. You've kind of slipped it in, but we didn't spend time too long on speaking about the fact that you were bullied.
Yeah.
And I want to say that, growing up, I didn't know you back then, but based on what you described, you weren't the coolest kid.
No.
You were bullied.
Yeah.
And now you are kicking global tuchis, DJing, beatboxing, breakdancing. Like, it doesn't get cooler than that. So if you're a kid watching this and you're dealing with bullying, all I have to say is, look what happened to this guy, look where he ended up. That's just a word of encouragement. I've never actually spoken about bullying on the vlog before, but it's an important thing because we love kids and it's a thing, especially now in the digital world with our phones and WhatsApp groups, and it's pretty horrible. But again, I think it's very encouraging to if kids are bullied, to see someone like you who's built yourself. You literally built an empire. You are, and again, before we even knew each other, DJ Rafi, like, you're a name, you're a brand. Honestly, you really are. You're a brand, and it's unbelievable to see what you've done. And listen, dude, anything I can do to help, anything. I mean it. Like, we talk about some intros, but that's I'm thinking bigger. Anything.
Thank you so much,
dude. Anything I can do, honestly.
As I said, biggest tzaddik.
What, dude? Huge about you. Listen.
I'm just saying.
Listen. Bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Number one, we said kids. A little word of encouragement. Number two,
you be awesome. That's mine.
Number
that's
two,
message.
If you have an event, any type of event, wedding, bar mitzvah, and I mean, he's not, to be clear, this is not an advertisement, he's not paying me or anything like that. I just have to say that for...
Coffee's on me though.
No, coffee's not on you, but listen. What's DJRafi.com?
Yeah. DJ
Rafi, Raphi.
Yeah, good, there you go.
.com, and on YouTube, it's DJ Rafi, and what's his name, you know him? Fine. Yeah. You know who he is?
No.
He's his friend. Anyway, follow the guy. His YouTube channel he's like all dance tutorials. I subscribed last week. It's awesome. Follow him online. I watch all the videos. It's really, what's up? Nice hat.
Who's on the camera?
Looks familiar, that hat. Where do I know that hat from?
I'm sure this will be on camera one day.
I want that
hat. This hat will be worth millions.
As well. Good to see you.
Anyway, follow the guy online.
Thank you. I wanted to say something about the YouTube channel. What happened with that? Do you mind?
Oh, you didn't
I'm finished. I'm finished. Right.
My bad.
No, sorry. So what happened was with the YouTube, it didn't make it. That's what's funny. I went out of my comfort zone. My wife said, "Here's the money. Go for it." It didn't work, but I had to make it work. So I put in more time, more effort, more creative vision, and consistency, and I kept on making those videos. I learned.
And
wait,
continue. Before you say the number, I want to do a little drum roll. Go on.
All right, I can do the drum roll for you, like the actual. Like,
how many views right now do these videos have? Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
We're looking at 15 million views. 15 million, yeah.
Organic.
Everything's organic. So that's what's funny. So that's the whole story, is that I had to learn how YouTube works. It's not enough uploading the content. You have to learn the algorithm, how the YouTube actually functions. I started learning that because I had time.
Amazing, dude.
Between my twins and the kids, I was like, all right, in 1 hour, I could accomplish so much because I only had 1 hour in the day.
That's another incredibly valuable lesson, which is the whole "if you build it, they will come" is BS. It doesn't work like that in business. You can have an amazing product. In fact, my vlog, my YouTube, he's going to help me with it. I have 300 views on every episode on YouTube. But again, I'm not spending any time or any money or I'm not doing any of that stuff because it's not a business for me. I'm a little busy with my business. But my point is, he had an amazing product, but that wasn't enough. He had to put in the hard work, learn the algorithm, optimize his YouTube SEO, all that stuff. And that's not as exciting as just doing, building an amazing product. But it's a lesson for entrepreneurs that the whole "if you build it, they will come" is just BS. It's just you can build an amazing app and no one will ever hear of it and it will go nowhere unless you put the hard work in.
Exactly. So I built this, but I started learning how this works, and I changed everything about my YouTube channel, the way it looks, the marketing, the thumbnails, the titles, tags, description.
You did it all yourself?
Everything myself. Wow. And my views just started climbing slowly, and I started getting feedback from all over the world. I had people in Japan saying, "We love the Shweki song."
That's so funny.
Aish. I'm like, what? You guys are watching this? And people in Mexico, Hashem Melek, we love Hashem Melek. I'm like, what? You guys are watching my Jewish videos. So I started creating more and more, and views went crazy. And now, Baruch Hashem, there's a huge crowd that follows.
You built an empire. It's really incredible. Exciting. You've been on reality TV. You're the national champion beatboxer, national champion breakdance. I mean, where do you go from here? Where's DJ Rafi in 5 years?
So I think that like right now, people are still underground mostly in the world, and they're still watching my videos in schools with their masks and maybe at home. And I think that I want to bring that to the live, to the live stages.
Take it up a notch.
Yeah. So having dance videos that the world can learn, and having me come to these huge stages of 50,000 people and doing a dance together with people that are from all over. I could be Jewish, non-Jewish, no, because dance heals the world. Dance connects people more than anything else, and I believe in that.
I love it.
And that's where I'm going.
Again, to me, you have a lot of skills, but to me, the most impressive skill that I've seen from you is your ability to activate the crowd. Meaning, okay, you're a good DJ, you're a good beatboxer, you're a good dancer, but there's like these 50 or 60-year-old men who are just sitting there lazy. I'm one of them. You bring them all in. You bring them all in. In fact, one of the things I really love that you do is that you, instead of like kind of taking the spotlight, you shine the spotlight on the bar mitzvah kid, the bat mitzvah girl, whatever it is, and you say, she's the star of the show. Yeah. I love that.
Can I say something about that, which I did not mention to you in our previous conversation, is that as a kid, my bar mitzvah was tiny. Like we went to like this rabbi, my family's rabbi, we had like children on a Monday, with like 5 friends that didn't even like me as much. Like that was my bar mitzvah. And I was never invited to any of the bar mitzvahs in my class because I was bullied, which is fine. I was never invited to any of those bar mitzvahs. I was always like jealous of the kids. Like they had these awesome parties. I was never invited. And when I started doing bar mitzvahs, I'm like, I'm gonna make every single kid's bar mitzvah and bat mitzvah the night that will change their lives.
I love that.
And that's what I've been doing, literally. I've been doing the best, I wouldn't say best, but the most funnest, awesomest bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs every single night for these kids. And it changes them. Last night I did a bar mitzvah. The parents came up to me, they're like, listen, our kid is super shy, so don't like she may not dance. I'm like,
she'll dance.
I lie. They came to me crying. In tears, wow. You've changed our kid. And I didn't do anything, but I just know that I have a background that can make that ability.
I love it.
And there you go.
I love it. One last final lesson for you in the interview is, again, you've dropped a lot of knowledge bombs today, but to me this is the most important lesson, which is you took a very, 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 very negative experience of being bullied, not being invited, and turned it into the most positive thing of changing kids' lives.
You just gotta be yourself, man.
It's amazing, dude. Bro, I love it, man.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, you're great.
Dude, anything I can do. Take me up on it, though. I'm serious.
I will.
And keep doing what you're doing, man. You're bringing a lot of happiness to a lot of people's lives. It's amazing.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, man. And I think that's a good place to end the vlog for today. Sorry it was so long, but I wasn't going to cut any of those things. Raphi is an absolute legend and just an awesome dude. I'm very glad I was able to introduce you to him. On that note, see you next week.